Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Faciano. Today's Wednesday. I have a Sip It or Skip It episode for you. If you're not familiar with the episode, I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel, whatever it selects. I'm going to pull it off the shelf, do a quick review, let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on it until the bottle's gone and replace it because I like it. Or once the bottle's gone, if I don't like it, I'm going to skip buying it and move on to something else. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we're doing today. Holy cow, that volume is loud. All right, looks like we are going to be doing Kilchoman small batch release. Kilchoman small batch release. Peated Scotch. Let me grab the bottle, do a quick review. Before I grab it, just a reminder, I do have a May giveaway happening. If you're interested in supporting the channel, read through the rules in the description below. If you're new here and you end up liking what I'm doing and you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, just click on that link right there. Turn that bell notification on because I produce videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, Kilchoman, small batch. Let me grab it. All right, that small batch designation kind of threw me. So this is the United States of America release. United States of America small batch. And I got this a little while ago. So it was $94.99. Let's go ahead and get this thing poured and do a review. Man, I'm getting a little heavy on these pours here. So Kilchoman, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. Me personally, I am really liking where they're going. I don't think I have had a release from them that I did not enjoy. All of the information for this is right here, along with my Sip It or Skip It tallies up to this point. I believe this is 46% ABV. Nope, it's 50% ABV. There is no way I'm drinking all this, that's for sure. So again, let me know in the comments down below if you are a fan of Kilchoman, which release do you like the most? Where is your area? And how much are you paying for it? All right, the Kilchoman peat profile is different from batch to batch, but the majority of their peat profile is going to be almost like Lagavulin. It's campfire smoke, burnt or smoldering log type peat. I don't get medicinal or iodine. Well, maybe on that nose, I got a slight amount of iodine, but for me, it's predominantly smoky log campfire smoke. Not very heavy on the peat, and right behind it is a grilled peach and pineapple. Now there is, and I put it in the description here or over on the side, this is STR, and I believe it is sanded, toasted, and recharred. I believe that's what the STR stands for. I'm not exactly sure. Let me take a look. Shaved, toasted, and recharred. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing on the nose again. Yeah, a little bit medicinal, smoky, campfire smoke, wet log. It's not sweet or savory. Maybe a little salty. Maybe like that mineral salt is coming through. Spice level is very, very low. And I'm also getting some citrus notes coming through. Smells amazing. Let's go ahead and get it on the palate. Drinking well below the 50%. Hits the palate with a pretty good zing of citrus, grilled peach, grilled pineapple, very sweet on the palate, very sugary. That malt comes through, and the peat note is an accent. It's not a dominant note. I would think if you're not used to peat or you're just dipping your toe into it, I would suggest starting out with something that is lightly peated, and I would say that this is lightly peated, and there's enough sweetness and citrus in here that it will kind of show through more so than the peat. The peat is acting as an accent note, but not a dominant note. Little oak, little bitterness under the tongue, medium to long finish. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to not like in this pour. Let me go and get that second sip and then move on to whether this is going to be a sip or a skip. Second sip, everybody. Okay, second sip, malty, tangy, grilled fruit. There is a little bit of a darker fruit coming through. I wouldn't say fig, date, raisin, and plum, but there is a darker note to this. If I'm not mistaken, there is sherry in here. So with the shaved, toasted, and recharred, bourbon barrel, and sherry. Okay, so there is a sherry cask in here. Very subtle, just like the peat. I think the sherry cask is adding just a slight touch of a dark fruit, but I wouldn't peg it as what I typically get for sherry is a raisin, date, fig, and plum. There is an essence of a dark fruit, but the malt and the grilled peach and pineapple is more dominant. I think the bourbon barrel is coming through more than the sherry barrel. Now, as I was sitting here talking, that second sip is getting a little bit drying and bitter on the back end. The spice that I'm getting, I wish it was a little bit more. I think that spice aspect would give this a little bit more depth. Right now, it's all malt, it's all sweet, accents of dark fruit and peat with a drying bitter note on the very back end. Tell you what, I do like this. And again, $94.99. With all of the other releases that Kilchoman has, with the Seneg, Makia Bay, the Loch Gorm, I think I would gravitate more towards those. And I think now they have a cask strength that is out and about. I've seen it, I haven't picked it up. But of all of the releases of the Kilchomans, I think I like this one the least, but I still like it. And with that said, because I like other versions of the Kilchoman better, I think I would gravitate more towards those releases than this. Once this bottle is gone, even though I like it, I don't think it has enough to compete with the other releases for me to replace it. So therefore, this will be a skip for me. And I always, every once in a while, need to throw out, just because it is a skip for me does not mean I don't like it. I do like this. I just don't like it enough to replace it because the other releases are better for my palate. So for that reason, it will be a skip for me. And before I get out of here, just a quick reminder again, the May giveaway is happening. Comment down below what your favorite Kilchoman is. Do you see them in your area? What is your area and how much are you paying for them? All right, hopefully that was a quick one. So wherever you are at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it. Until the next time, we'll talk to everybody later. Bye.